If you guys have not yet found the Creativity Show on YouTube, please check it out now. And make sure to like and subscribe. And wherever you are, leave a comment, say hi, tell us where you're tuning in from, and let us know what's jiving with you. We'd love to get your comments and ideas and just say hi with all of you. Okay, so are you ready, Claire?
Yeah.
All right, you're live.
Hello, everybody. I'm Claire Cooley. This is the Creativity Show. That's my son, Bodie, the movie maker, his YouTube channel. I'm so grateful for all of his technical assistance and his support, helping me get this out to you. The Creativity Show is all about using our healing, life-enhancing imaginations, expressing our emotions creatively, enhances our immune system. I say it all the time because it's free therapy. It's healing, and creativity and nature as my inspiration helped me through many trials and tribulations that people have said, like the judge said, how'd she end up so nice, or stories like the women on death row. Well, the answer is creativity and love. Love and imagination, our inexhaustible resources. So that's what the show is all about, is hoping to help you give yourself permission to enhance your imaginations and their creative expressions, to enhance your life, heal yourself, and help the world. So, without further ado, let's get into today's live stream, which is all about creativity, as always. And I like to wear pretty much every live stream a different something I've stenciled to show you that, art can be in the way we dress. I pretty much always used clothing from used stores or given to me. People, change fashion, change style, change size, and they pass their stuff on to me, and I try to make it into some beautiful art to wear. So these 4 kimonos, winter, spring, summer, and fall, I'm going to show you in a few minutes. What I'm going to do today is talk about first and then show you this project, which is a multifaceted performance piece called Essence of Everything, inspired by the 4 seasons. So the 4 paintings, the 4 kimonos, each inspired by the season. And then I'm going to read 4 prose pieces I wrote that later will be mixed with environmental sounds and musical accompaniment. We'll see what it feels like at the time, and then use that soundtrack in the set that will have the 4 seasons, will then inspire the choreography. So this Essence of Everything is weaving visual art, spoken word, audio art, music, and movement. And with Bodhi videoing it, it is going to represent a piece of all of the arts. And I'm doing this before my next birthday coming up to fulfill a vision I had in my early 20s. I had a brief time, where I thought I would go to college and get a degree to teach what I love and inspired by, has helped me to help others, and become a dance therapist or an art therapist. So I wrote my own degree plan at the Wallace University, Antioch, by going into the woods and fasting alone, and I wrote this degree plan that was called The Study of Movement. Now, I am an autodidact who stopped participating regularly in school.
Sue Spencer said, "Thanks for the free therapy. Your art, advice, and creativity help us. Love your outfit, kimono, and hairstyle. You are a multi-talented woman."
Thank you, Sue. Love you. There's as happy as it makes me to create and step into creative reverie for the joy and peace and healing, it makes me equally happy to hear that others are helped, inspired, informed, encouraged to use their creativity to heal and enhance their lives and help the world that really needs all of us to step up and share our joy, love, understanding we're all connected with each other and the environment, and the divisiveness in the world right now is something we can do something about by acknowledging we're all connected. We're all connected to the elements, which is what this body of work is all about. The inspiration for the 4 seasons and the 4 elements is all about what I would call my spiritual practice, which is understanding and living and trying to be an example, shine the light on our interconnectedness with each other and all the elements. So thank you, Sue, for saying that. And your art inspires me. Sue's a great musician and just a joy. So thank you for sharing your joy with the world. It helps. And that's what we can do. Each one of us can do. Share our perspective, our joy. So we're going to go into the 4 seasons here. Winter is about air. Spring is about water. Summer is earth. Autumn is fire. Winter blue. Spring green. Summer yellow. Autumn red. And the kimonos will share a creature. The scroll art, winter has the evergreens, spring the flowers, summer the grasses, autumn the maple leaves. And there's also 4 different kinds of sky: the night sky for winter, dawn for spring, midday with the rainbow for summer, and dusk with the lightning that starts a fire in the maple woods there in this painting. And so now we're going to share with you this prose, that short pieces I wrote on each of the seasons, but I'm going to have you go into winter and then put the winter kimono on. And then you can back up to show the kimono when you're ready.
Okay. And then maybe put the microphone here. And then
Okay.
Get aiming at your front.
All right.
All right. So that was winter.
And is that a good spot for the
That should
mic?
be good.
All right. So here's the winter kimono. So the cranes are the creature. I decided to use a creature that represented each of the seasons. So winter is silver, the metal, the crane. So here is the winter prose. Winter, reflectant, silver blue air, northern cranes, luminous stillness, murmuring mountains, midnight contemplations, white weight boughs branch, unsheltered bitter peaks expose frozen power, imagining what will emerge in spring. Well, we had something crash in the gallery over there. So if you heard that, thank you for not interrupting me reading. So here's the shape of that prose. I'm a visual kinesthetic learner primarily, and we're all of them, but we have our, you know, some people are auditory learners, some people are reading, but I'm a very visual and kinesthetic, and dance was my first art form because of that, and then arranging things in nature. So I like my prose poetry to make beautiful shapes. All right, so go on in winter, and we'll switch to spring.
And I'll do a close-up of spring. Get us started.
Very good. All right, so the spring kimono is about fish and bronze. So water is the element, green is the primary color, bronze is the metal, and we have the flowers and the fish in spring. So the prose shape spring, emerging, bronze water, western salmon, renewal of greens, wild iris appearance, bursting dawn dances, sparkling light excitement, spectrum of vibrating stars, ebullient ebbing and flowing, enthusiastic rivers rushing, new life towards summer. Summer? Mm-hmm. Okay, and so summer, the creature is the dragonfly, and the botanicals are the grasses to represent summer, and its gold is the metal, yellow the primary color, earth the element, and here's the prose. Summer, restoring, golden earth, dragonfly of the south, swaying field yellow song, land caressing bright music, slow sun waving grasses, soothing bright midday, nurturing lazy repose, soft swaying breeze, blowing toward autumn flames. And here's the shape of that prose. Okay. So the autumn kimono has deer and the maple leaf, and the metal is copper. So each of the seasons have a primary color, have a metal, have an element, have a creature, have a botanical, have a time of day, and have a direction and a feeling, an attribute. Autumn, transform, copper fire, eastern deer, fall leaves burst red, lightning ignites, purifying fire, life begins again from the ashes, transforming flames spark ideas, illuminating color floats to earth, furious falling wind gusts, burning clears path to winter retreat.
We got another comment from Sue Spencer.
Yeah.
Sue Spencer said, I'm loving your words and stenciled robes and kimonos. So creative. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sue. I love these virtual visits with you and everyone who's out there. It's a way we can connect and really feel closer without having to get in a car or fly or, not everyone is walking distance away. So it's a way we can walk lightly on the planet and connect with each other. I call them virtual visits for that reason. But I love sharing my appreciation of nature and my mission to promote us to walk lighter on the earth, to live a more economical, ecological life. That's why all my kimonos, all my over 100 stenciled clothings that I have shared in other live streams are from used stores or gifts from people. In fact, Sue, you gave me a dress from a used store that started the whole stenciling art to wear. And after doing 50 different outfits, some of them have 2 or 3 pieces that go together in the ensemble. But after doing 100 clothing to show that we can use our creativity to express our style. No one else has what we have to give to the world, our unique aesthetic, our unique perspective, and the world is enriched when we offer what we love to the world by sharing our style, by sharing our art, our music, whatever it is. So that's what I hope to do with the Creativity Show, is encourage you to explore, step into creative flow, increases your happiness, medically documented, express your emotions in a safe and respectful way, stimulate your immune system, enhance your life, make gifts for others, use and recreate. That's why all of my outfits are made from hand-me-downs or discarded or used store clothing, to show that we don't have to waste, we can recreate. And it's the same with my home decor. It's mostly all made from repurposed recreations, so that we're recycling instead of putting it into the landfill. Yes.
On YouTube, we got a comment, love the 4 paintings. What type of paper did you use? Also, what kind of paint?
So this material is called Clay paper fabric. I'm not sure if they call it paper or fabric. It is kind of a fabric, and it was donated to me. Thank you, Lisa. And so I always try to use what is given to me or what I find instead of buying things. So this giclée fabric was donated, and it's wonderful. It comes with a plastic back, which you can take off, and then it's more absorbent, but the paints will spread. So leaving the plastic back on is probably a good idea until you're finished, so that the pigments stay on the surface. You need less of them and they spread less. So I love mixed media. So there is watercolor, acrylic paints, and Prismacolor pencils in these 4. And I love the Prismacolor pencils at the end for the sharp detailing, the points you can get on a pencil for the botanicals in the front, in the foreground of the 4 seasons. I love watercolor for its washy, organic spreading, and acrylic for the intense, and for the metals, the silver, bronze, gold, and copper. I use the acrylics. So a combination of those 3, and sometimes I'll even combine, Sumi ink or other kinds of ink. So I love to mix media. And my first published book, The Book of Cranes, all 15 species of cranes I painted with watercolor and with Prismacolor pencil detail. And that was the 2 mediums I used there. So sometimes there is some of my work that's just done with a pencil. Yeah.
On YouTube, Madeline asked, "Well done, Claire. Are there any challenges when you mix media like that?"
There's always challenges, but mostly the challenge is me, not the media. I do one at a time. I don't mix them while, like, for instance, if I'm going to use watercolor on the background, which I do in the skies and some of the foreground, I let it settle and dry, and I get what I call a perspective break on it before I come back and add the next layer. So I like to, let them dry, settle between the next move, to get objectivity on what I want to do next, and to let the mediums dry and take their place. And then the next medium. If mixing, I haven't tried mixing acrylic and watercolor wet. I don't know exactly what would happen there, so that could be problematic. So letting it dry first and settle, and then the pencil at the end, when everything is dried, is very satisfying because it feels complete when I do that. And it's a dramatic change from in process to done. But other than, I usually work on more than one piece at a time, because I, like everybody else, when I get into it, it's intoxicating. It's the only intoxicant I use. Is that even a word, intoxicant? I don't know. But
I think it is.
Okay. And so I can get really into it. And I have learned over the years to step back and take a break and go to another one if I still want to work. instead of overdo it. My mother, who was the opposite of me in that she was classically trained, brought up in museums, well-read, everything I wasn't, and got a degree from the first school in the United States that gave a fine art degree. She said to me, she came to live with me as an adult, "You're not like other artists that I worked with in schools and in studios after school. They usually overdo their work. You stop when it's done." And here's the challenge. If you're not certain, don't do anymore. If it feels done, no matter how much you want to go back to that wonderful creative flow feeling, leave it alone, let it be, and work on something else. So I often am working on more than one project at a time. I write every day as well as painting every day, so I can go back and forth without hopefully overdoing. And that's the challenge. Stop when it's done. If you're not certain, give it some air, give it some breadth. So now what I'm going to do with these prose pieces is listen to them and hear what of the environmental sounds, the cranes, the flowing water, the dry grasses, the fire sounds, I want to add to the prose piece, and then give it a break and listen again. And do I want to add some flute or some wind chimes or some drum, and give myself permission to add what my instincts tell me, what the feelings, the inspiration, go with the flow. And then give a break from the soundtrack and listen to it new with some objectivity distance, and then let it choreograph the dance of the four seasons. So that will be the final movement, and that will be my celebration. What I want for my birthday is to fulfill this vision I had so many years ago and let Bodhi video it so I can share it. And instead of when I wrote this idea as a degree plan, and decided not to borrow money to go to school, just go out in the world and learn by doing it. I now, all these years later, get to fulfill that vision. And so I'm going to give myself an honorary degree in being me. And that's just fun, happy making for me. So it doesn't matter how long we hold a dream, as long as we don't give up on it. And so it's very gratifying that I have, that I will be now fulfilling this long-held vision of the essence of everything, inspired by nature to demonstrate the interconnectedness of all creativity, whether it's visual or word or sound or movement or video, storytelling. They're all connected, like we're all connected, and all the elements, the directions, the seasons, the primary colors, the elements, the air, water, earth, and fire. It's all interconnected, and we're connected to all of it. And we are, in my belief, the guardians. We are the guardians. And we can humbly step up to that luminous position and take care of the planet, each other, ourselves, or we can be narrow-sighted and selfish and just take what we can take for ourselves without any regard to how it affects the whole. And that is how the world has gone out of balance, putting money and might first when compassion and right should be what guides us. So we can only do our part And so that's what I'm trying to do.
Ding.
Yes.
On YouTube, the Lone 91 said, "I dig it. Keep up the good work. Woo! Yeah."
Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's really wonderful to have this way to reach people that we haven't met yet. We're all connected. I've always believed that. And I feel it. I know it to be true. And so it's really wonderful to connect with people potentially around the world through this way of sharing what we believe in, what we believe can help the world and help individuals in the world. Yeah.
Sue Spencer on Facebook said, "The Dance of the Four Seasons. I love your vision."
Thank you very much. And I'm really looking forward to our 100-year-old carriage house. We turned into a studio, and you can see that video where we can do video with a green screen, and with we can make big art, and I can even skate dance. And I twisted my ankle recently playing badminton with Bodhi, but it seems to be healing beautifully. So I'm really hoping I can get on skates and complete this choreography on skates. And if my ankle says wait, I'll do it on feet, but trying not to let anything interfere with our joy. Let no excuse, I don't have enough time, but other people won't like it, I'm not very good at it, people are going to make fun of me. There's so many disguises doubt, so many masks doubt can wear. And I say, open your heart like a child playing, and just enjoy expressing yourself, and don't let, there's a lot of fear-based control in the world, and the people that will say unkind things, and just let it pass by and take in the kindness and shore yourself up with the beautiful, encouraging, supportive things people do say and will say. And even if there's just a few of them, and there's a lot of, fear-based control, saying unkind things, just that's their path. That's their karma. Saying unkind things is their karma to work out. Just take in the kindness. And I want to acknowledge that fortunately, I don't have to deal with much of that unkindness. Maybe they know that I'm not going to give it any attention, because I know people do say, and I have heard unkind things, but I really can't even think of any of them right now. I just let them go by. So, Bo, is there anything else you wanted to say?
I think that's a fantastic way to do it. Just let it flow by.
Yes.
Let it pass by like the stench of a passing.
Yes. Let it go by, like, just move away from those who can't appreciate and support you being happy, and move closer to those who can. And I was very proud the other day when a woman put up something about people criticizing her long hair because she was over 50, and big earrings. And I've always just let my hair grow and just let it be, because it's easier to do nothing. That's it. What I just did is how I curl my hair. That's it. That's as far as it goes, as far as messing with my hair. I don't do anything else. And I just let it grow. And I wear big earrings if I want to. And I wear short skirts if I want to. I wear whatever I'm comfortable in. I say what I think needs to be said. And when she put this up, I realized, wow, I don't even pay attention to that stuff. If someone is going to judge me for being my age and having long hair, wearing big earrings, showing my legs, whatever, all this superficial stuff, let them, as Bodhi says, vote themselves off the island. And just be you, be yourself, and those who can appreciate who you are, take them in and treasure them, and those who can't, let them go. There's so much else that's beautiful to focus on. So there you go.
Fantastic. Yeah, and on YouTube, the Lone said, "You do you. If others are going to judge you, F them. Don't let them change you."
Thank you. I am comfortable with me, and I had a cousin tell me, who had many sisters, that I was the one they all loved to hate. And I didn't even, and she said, "You didn't even hate us back." I said, "You know what? I didn't even know you hated me. I was trying to keep us safe. And that's what I was thinking about, and trying to have some happiness and some, peace in my life. I wasn't thinking about that." And, she said, "Oh, the only thing you did wrong was be born beautiful." And I'm like, "Well, I didn't know you hated me. I didn't know I was beautiful. I'm just going about being me." And some people, out of fear, compromised who they are. And so they don't want to see the reflection in someone else being themselves. They don't want to be reminded that they're too afraid to be themselves. But let us celebrate anybody and everybody being true to themselves, being authentic, and giving their own authenticity to the world that so needs all of us. Yes.
Lena Rawlings on Facebook said, "Thank you for your happy energy."
Thank you, Lena. It's nice to connect with you. Miss you out on the West Coast, and it's really sweet to feel connected to you. And you're so, so welcome. And I love sharing what I love, and that's the best I have to give the world, is what I love, and it's the best any of us have to give the world. So find what you love and give it to the world.
Great job.
All right.
Yeah, and just a reminder for everybody, definitely check out the Patreon, patreon.com/Claire Cooley. You can join now for free, and we use that for a lot of things. It's kind of like a newsletter, but if you become a paid member, you will also get access to all of her SVG designs included in the price, and that is a great deal because there's a bunch of them, and they're like $3 a pop, and the price is only $5 a month with no monthly commitment. So I think it's a great deal. And again, check out her book if you haven't already, Incandescence Rising Above Darkness. I've got the QR code on the screen, but if you don't feel like typing all that in, you can just type in Claire Cooley on Google or Amazon, and you will find it.
Claire spelled without an I.
Correct. CLARECOOLEY.
And there's 18 flowers SVGs on Patreon. And you've seen some of them in these kimonos and on the springs. So they're no additional cost to the Patreon members. So there you go. I love, there's so many videos out there, and there'll be more, ever more, on how to use the stencils on walls, on platters, on note cards, on art, on clothing. So
on food, as I'm showing now, Joni, she sent
nice.
in how she used her stencil on a cake.
Nice. Yummy. That looks delicious.
I know. I'm hungry.
Yeah, let's have some. Yum. All righty. So every Monday and Thursday at noon, and we're just going to keep it going. And Thursday, maybe there's going to be a little of the audio art creation happening with you, and then it will be the next phase will be the choreography, and then we'll move on to the 7 series that goes up the back stairs, and you'll be part of that. I will share the whole process of choosing where to put the art, how to design it, and then create it all in front of you. So there we go.
Fantastic.
Thank you for your help always, Bodhi, and thank you for everyone who commented. I really appreciate hearing from you, and please tell a friend, and let me know what you want to see more of, and any comments you have, I really appreciate.
Sue Spencer on Facebook said, "Thanks again, Claire Cooley. I enjoyed your live stream today. See you next time."
Thank you, Sue. Next time.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.